or by the following. The Ohio Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Scott M. Gray, D.C., across from the Marion Center between TSC and Kroger. For further information, dial 740-386-6580. Also located on the net at goodbackbadback.com. Marion Blue Racers football. Feel the heat, feel the excitement, the best fan experience going in Marion today. Perkins Family Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1197 Mount Vernon Avenue, right here in Marion. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Hey, stop into Perkins and take a look at the newly remodeled dining room. Perfect for that family get-together or that intimate get-together with friends. And hey, while you're there, check out the delicious items in the bakery. Perfect for all those Thanksgiving needs, as well as any pie, cookie, or muffin add-on to any meal. Also, check out the Get Crackin' and Biscuit Bake menus. Perkins Family Restaurant and Bakery, a family tradition in Marion for well over 30 years. From our family to yours. Hey, stop on by. Hey, Scott Spears along with you on the Monday edition of The Exchange, and it is Halloween for all of you out there watching. Kind of a depleted cast this week, Charlie and myself. Marianne.
Speak for yourself.
Well,
you've
been depleted for years, Charlie. Oh. Marianne will be along later in the week, and start off on a high note, Charlie. Marianne will be around later in the week, and Martha Dowse is again not feeling well this week, but it's nothing serious. She's just under the weather, which I'm sure a lot of people are with the way the weather changed so quick. And Martha will be back. Basically, it's just a voice thing right now, which I had a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was her baton acting up.
Her baton hand,
Mm-hmm.
Kurt. And, of course, Dr. Scott Gray here, as he is each and every Monday. And, boy, Doctor, I want to start, I'm going to go with Charlie for Fascinating Facts. We're in a new place that I haven't talked about yet, and we're going to get to that in a minute. So
I smell food. Are they cooking something here?
I think they are, Charlie.
They must be. Wow. Well, hey, I wanted to talk a little bit about Halloween. You know, it's beginning this year, it's beginning to sound like Christmas. All the promotion and all the pitches to buy merchandise, whether it's costumes or candy or whatever. They're even selling costumes now for adults. If an adult came to my door, I don't know what I'd do.
It's the biggest adult holiday now.
Yeah.
Well, see, now, but adults don't go trick-or-treating, do they, Doctor?
No, it's their own little Halloween parties. They have their own
is that right?
separate things, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. But anyhow, it's getting to be it's older than Christmas. Do you realize that?
I didn't know that.
I've got the story here. Celtics thought that the presence of otherworldly spirits made it easier for the Druids or Celtics to make predictions about the future. And 2,000 years ago, the Celtics were around. Of course, they still are. You know, they dance every now and then in Marion and in Columbus. Celtic river dancers.
I don't know about the river dance, but there is a group that comes in to the Ohio State University every so often. They perform Celtic music.
That's right.
And boy, that is
they don't look bad. They don't look Halloweenish.
They don't look Halloweenish. No. But they can belt out a tune.
They don't remind me of a druid at all.
And they always pack the room.
But so this whole thing started 2,000 years ago, and then later on, one of the popes declared it kind of a religious holiday to kind of get it over the paganism and all the superstitions, but that faded away too. Although it's, the next day after Halloween is the All Saints Day.
Halloween was once considered, the Pope tried to make it a religious holiday?
Well, he tried to get it away from the evil type of thing, but didn't work.
No, I guess not.
People
It
liked
didn't take.
people liked all the gore and guts and everything too much to take it away.
So here we are
Yeah.
in 2011 and people dressing up.
But can you imagine here, whenever we hear of a murder or even what's his name, Gaddafi?
Oh, we're going to talk about that this
And
week,
you know,
Charlie.
he was pretty bad looking, and boy, that just goes right along with Halloween.
You liked his clothes.
Oh.
You liked his clothes, didn't you?
Yeah.
I know you did.
Yeah.
You have a couple of those outfits at home, don't you?
Sure.
I'm sure you do. Do want to let everybody know, because obviously you can see now that we're not in our regular studio. We're actually broadcasting from Perkins Restaurant here in Marion, 1197 Mount Vernon Avenue. That's why you
So
smell
that's
food.
why I smell food.
That's why you smell food.
Uh-huh.
You'll go home. I don't know. Maybe cats will follow you home. I don't know, Charlie. But one of the great long-standing restaurants here in Marion. Here's I think since 1974. Always a family-owned business. Always good food. I worked here for.
I understand.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, your hands do show it.
They do. That's right.
You wash dishes.
No.
No?
I was a host.
Oh, I thought you were a dishwasher.
No.
Oh.
You thought I washed dishes?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, Charlie, gee whiz. Okay, we're going to move on now to, oh, by the way, for all of you who've wondered, we've been knocking this out since the end of July. Charlie had a package delivered in our studio that we were going to open on Halloween. Well, guess what? The box is not here, but I went over there right before I came here, and I have the contents of that package, and we're going to get to that before the end of this program. So, oh, yeah, Charlie, it's here.
Oh, I missed that box.
You've been paranoid of that box for some time now, but I have the contents,
Okay.
and we're going to reveal those later on in today's program. But as I said, we've got a great chiropractor here today from the Ohio Neck and Back Pain Relief Centers, Dr. Scott Gray. Doctor, what's new? What's going on? Halloween.
Well, we've got a lot going on. Actually, this has nothing to do with Halloween, but really the biggest thing going on in my life right now is I just found out a couple weeks ago my wife is about 9 weeks pregnant now.
Oh.
So we are expecting a little one. So that's the new things on my front. This is going to be our first child. So
No kidding.
yeah, that's
Well,
big
congratulations.
things on the horizon. So yeah, thank you.
Now, can they tell it? Well, okay, let's go back here. Now, were you planning on this? Was this something that was planned?
Yeah, I mean we were not trying to prevent anything. You know, we're ready for kids. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Ready to go down this road.
Yeah, it's
Good.
about time, yes.
What
You'll
do you
never
wanna
be
gi-
younger.
Do you want to give your age?
31.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
No,
not bad at all.
no. That kid will be graduated before you're 50.
That's right.
That's right. You'll get it all taken
At least
care
the
of.
first one will be.
The first
So she's
one will
talking
be.
3 or 4. I don't know.
Oh.
How far we'll go. So.
Well, there's a couple of my grandchildren in the audience.
That's right. Grandchildren,
Yeah.
not children. Well, your child is over
Well,
there, too.
I've got one that I could be a great-grandfather here in a year or so.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, Charlie, the years have just
Wow.
flown by. But no, that's good. That's kind of a fun thing. How'd you get the news? How did it happen?
Actually, the funny thing was we went on a Friday night. We went to see a comedian, a guy named Kevin Nealon, and he was on Saturday Night Live. A lot of people may have heard of him before, but we went and saw him. And at the end of the show, he says, "I'm going to be signing my book, and you guys can buy that book if you want." We're like, "That'd be cool. We'll get a book from Kevin Nealon," and he's like, "It's called Now That You're Pregnant, What About Me?"
Oh.
And so he had just recently gone through. He had his first son, I believe it was, a couple years ago at 40s, 48, 49, something like that, maybe even his 50s. So we're like, well, we don't really need a book on pregnancy, but let's go ahead and get it anyway. So this Friday night, we get this book, and then Saturday, my wife goes to a little bridal shower, and she had been having some symptoms. The biggest one for me was when she told me that, she ate a little piece of chocolate, and she said, "This just doesn't taste very good." And I told her, I said, you need to take a pregnancy test. When chocolate starts not tasting good, we know there's a
You
problem.
should have offered her a pickle or something.
Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah.
So, and we got plenty of pickles in the house now,
Yeah.
believe me. So she went to this bridal shower, and another lady there, one of her friends, said, "I had those exact symptoms. You need to get a test." So she got a test on the way home, and Sunday afternoon we found out that she was pregnant. So And in about a week and a half later, we were able to go and get the ultrasound.
Really?
And she was about 7 weeks and 1 day when we got the ultrasound, and the baby's about 1 centimeter big,
Well,
but still has a heartbeat. And it's just amazing, just
Yeah,
this
it
little
is,
1
isn't it?
centimeter with life, and a perfect heartbeat, 148 beats per minute.
ah, that's right.
Now, how involved do you think you'll be with this?
Well, I'm going to be, as involved as I need to be. I just want to be able to support her and anything that she needs. And I'm kind of a pretty social guy, and so I'm going to be cutting back a lot from the social activities and just, being there. I just got a new book called Fathers at Birth, and talks about your role as a father and what you need to do, and as the husband. So learning those things that I need to do to support her and make sure that she's well taken care of. And we're actually considering right now doing a home birth. And we've had a couple friends that have done this before, and you would think that me as the chiropractor, that this would have been my idea, this natural.
Yeah.
This was actually my wife's idea. And
I know another chiropractor in the area that delivered 4 of his children.
is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we actually met with a midwife, and she said that at the birth I would be the one catching the baby, and I'm not really good with blood and things, so I'm a little worried about this, how I'm going to do, but
That's going to be the easy part, changing the diapers. For,
the good thing is that when I went through school and when I started my practice here in Marion, I basically lived with my brothers. We were starting to practice together, and he's got 3 daughters and a son. And so I've dealt a lot with young children before and lived with young children in the house. And of course, it's nice being Uncle Scott because I can always send them away. But I've had a lot of experience with the kids, and I love it. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's great. I was born at home.
Yeah.
The midwife my mother had was a little old lady who sold Watkins products and
Is that
pulled
right?
a little wooden wagon around town. Yeah.
Now, wait a second.
Boy,
Now,
how times have changed.
We're going old school.
well, no, wait a second. Now, am I mistaken? This whole home birth thing means no drugs, right?
Correct.
No painkillers.
Well,
It'd
yes,
be natural.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, see, I think that's one of those ideas. I think you could get buyer's remorse.
Yeah, well, this is one of those things that I think once you're there, you're kind of, well, you're not necessarily stuck with it. We have, a doctor on call. If anything happens, we're just a couple minutes from the hospital and we can go over there. So, we have a backup plan. Everything's right there, ready to go. But we start at home, and they say, when you do the water, it helps a little bit. Obviously, there's a lot of pain, but, many women these days are induced. And when they're induced, they use the Pitocin to get things to start moving along. And what that does is it actually causes more of the uterus to contract than what normally would, and actually causes women to have more pain because of the Pitocin. And then when you have the Pitocin, that naturally is going to lead into, you basically have to have an epidural unless you're superwoman to deal with that pain, because the Pitocin does make it worse. There's more contractions and harder contractions that way.
Of all the days not to have a woman on this panel, today, the day we
Right,
talked,
yeah.
3 guys talking about having babies.
And we're in an era, too, where C-section is popular, but
Yeah.
doesn't need to be, I don't think.
Very, very high percentage of C-sections, and I don't know why that is. There's more
Maybe it's
complications. I don't know.
Less painful.
What's going on? It could be less painful. More people opting for it, and then once you have one, they don't want to do what's called the VBAC, where they, have a C-section and don't have a C-section the next time. So it's like once you have one, you typically have more. My mom had a C-section with her second son, my older brother Seth, and then I was a C-section as well after that.
Well, a hush has fallen over the crowd here in Perkins as Dooley the Clown has walked in, one of our Dooley, come on up. Come on up here and sit. You can join the panel today. How are you, Dooley?
I'm doing fine.
Looking fine as always.
Thank you.
Now come over here and have a seat, because the doctor has just told us that he is just... Go right ahead.
Can you jump?
Not in those shoes. No, Dooley, the doctor has just told us that he's expecting.
No, his wife is.
Doesn't really matter at this point, does it, Charlie?
I can just see he'll probably hang a blue or a pink diaper up on his spinal tree out in front.
That's right. Yeah.
You'll have to.
Put a big colored ribbon on the
Right.
front there.
Let everybody know.
Now, will you find out the sex or not?
We will. Yeah.
You will. You want to know?
That would drive my wife nuts to not know. she would absolutely go crazy if she didn't know that. So she can't keep surprises, and she sure doesn't want one either. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think if I was having with a person having a baby, I don't think I'd want to know the sex.
She wants to be able to have the room ready, you know, if you want to get some clothes and things, and when
Yeah, you got to decorate the room, and
yeah, and you have your baby shower, and everyone wants to know what they should buy. It makes
Right.
it easier on
In your
friends,
day,
too.
they didn't have that, did they? You couldn't find out the baby.
No.
No. So
No.
what are you talking about agreeing with this stuff? You didn't do it that way.
I can't remember. I can remember between the logs they had all this filler, and had a real nice room set up, you know, with one of those rope beds that you crank with a wooden key, and then you put straw and stuff on it. Yeah, those were the days.
Boy, oh boy, Charlie.
Only a couple days.
You can tell quite a story there. Oh, how much time do we have left in this episode?
Probably
I want to
not
make sure
much.
because we got a lot of things coming up here. Good. This will be a good time for us to pause, and I can admonish Charlie for that statement there that he made. But we're going to go. A few weeks on the show, we had a great performer here, Possum, and he has written a song about Marion. It's a folk song. I loved it. It was great. So when we were going to come to Perkins and I wanted to have some live entertainment, I knew I wanted to have him back. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Marion song by Possum. Possum, take it away. Oh, there you go. You might want to, let's get him a mic.
That's a small thing.
Maybe he'll need a mic, maybe he won't. It was such a good introduction, too. Charlie, so while we're taking a little break here
Yeah.
before we get to the live music, tell me what you think was in that box. Give one final guess, because we're going to reveal as soon as we come back.
I have no
Clue?
no guess. No.
No guess at all?
I was thinking maybe a pair of hair clippers or
Hair
something.
clippers? Did it have something to do with hair?
Well, I don't know.
There could be somebody in
But
this
I-
restaurant, Charlie.
But
that
I've got to maintain the hair I've got because, you know, I'm President Harding
You are president.
in a week or so.
You were nervous that possibly something could happen.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
You never can.
Yeah.
It could be difficult. You could always wear a wig like Dooley over here.
I
That's
don't
no
like
wig.
red.
That's natural.
My face is tattooed on too. You got laugh at
Oh my goodness. Possum, are we ready down there?
Just about.
Just about. This is a great song, Charlie. Remember the first time you heard
Yeah.
it? You were there. It gave a great, just a great look into the city of Marion over the years, I thought.
Yes.
Yes. No. Possum, go ahead.
All right. Song is from my hometown. My father works for the Erie like his father before. My ma, she plays house at home and she waits by the door. Life is sidewalk games and trains and neighborhood stores. And not too much more. Not too much more. October night and little fires, they burn in the street. Folks raking up leaves to the curb, it's all smoky and sweet. Alney Avenue days burned into my heart. In a town where you're bound to thrive if you're making a start. My father's making a start. He's making a start. Marion, you were carrying me when I was just a little child. Your heart pounded with factories, and your West End was crazy and wild. We moved around all over that town and made a little house our home. From Oak Street School to Lincoln Park Pool, them streets at night I roam. Man, I would roam. Now it's 71 and it's all about fun, and the world is right. And B.B. Dixon and the Shadows are playing out at Jerry's tonight. I'm gonna hang out in that parking lot and ride the loop for a spell. And in the morning light, I'm gonna meet you down at the Harding Hotel. We're doing well. We're doing well. Marion, you were carrying me when I was no longer a child. I worked in your factories, and on the weekends I was crazy and wild. It was the days of your swimming pools and your drive-ins at night. Folks shopped on your streets downtown, and your lights were so bright, your lights were so bright. Now the railroad's gone and the theater's closed, and half the town's for sale. And Curly Hill ghosts on broken sleds, they cry and wail. Taft Junior High got euthanized like so many before, while progress waits with anxious eyes. Decay waits by the door, it waits by the door, it waits by the door. But Marion, you're still carrying on and rising like a brand new day. Your old downtown is coming around, and your lights will shine again someday. Just like a flower in a brand new spring, you're reaching up out of the ground. I think that flower's gonna open soon, and I think I'll be staying around, staying around.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Enjoy that. So what do you think of that song, Doctor? First time you've heard that?
First time, yeah, it was a great song. Good, nice folky feel and the minor chords, and got a nice touch to it. Like,
Says a lot about Marion, I think.
yeah,
which
got
is-
a lot of good history in it.
It absolutely does. Now we're down to the last few minutes here of the Monday episode. We'll be here Tuesday. Mary Ann Michaels will be along this week. But for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, we've been talking about this box. Charlie, today the day has come. I stopped by the studio on the way over here. I picked up the contents of the box.
I was wondering how you'd bring the box over in your car.
We didn't need the box.
Really?
I peeked, and I know what
Wow.
was in the box now.
Well.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is it. And I'm going to read it. This is what was in the box. You thought it was
Sounded
a trim
good.
film all this time. Yes, this is from the office of the mayor, Scott Schertzer, and I'm going to read it in his absentia here. It is one of the responsibilities and pleasures as mayor of the city of Marion, Ohio, to salute outstanding individuals in our community, and in that manner it gives me great honor to recognize Charlie Evers for his many years of service, not only as an on-air radio personality for various stations in Marion, but also as a volunteer, always willing to work with many organizations to help raise funds for great causes, including Christmas Clearinghouse with the origination of the Peanut Push by participating in Bike Across Ohio and assisting with fundraising to rebuild Evers Arena when the original building was lost to fire. Charlie also is known for his tireless efforts in ensuring Marion's history is passed on to area residents. I commend you for your dedication to the Marion community and extend my best wishes to you in the future with your future endeavors. Mayor Scott Schertzer.
Wow.
And that was
Boy.
what was in the box.
I appreciate that.
And
I would have had no idea.
And by the way, I have it on good authority that November the 1st, which will be tomorrow,
Yes.
will be Charlie Evers Day in Marion.
Really?
Think about that.
Wow.
You can park on any side of the street you want tomorrow, Charlie.
Hey, yeah. Hey, that sounds best of all.
The box has been revealed.
Can I go the wrong way on the one-way street?
Well, you can, but
Yeah.
you get a free trip to the hospital, too, that day. We're down to 1 minute. Charlie, any words after receiving this?
Oh, no, that's really nice. I appreciate it. And, you know, when you get at my age, any kind words is nice.
You know, we have a minute left. I got to mention this. A person one time told me, I don't remember who it was, but a person who got a lot of accolades in their life, somebody said, well, where do you keep your awards? He says, on the toilet. I see him there most often. So he kept them on the toilet. I always thought that was peculiar and funny.
That's an idea.
So, Charlie, you just
Yeah.
tape this to the lid at home
Yeah.
and you'll see it every day. See you on Tuesday. Marianne Michaels will join us. Take care.